The latest developments come after December's presidential and parliamentary elections in the country were postponed, with hopes of the poll taking place this year fading, after the country's eastern-based parliament said this week that there would be no elections this year. But the Tripoli-based Government of National Unity, installed a year ago through a UN-based process, argues that its mandate remains valid under Prime Minister Abdulhamid al-Dbeibah and had no intention of stepping aside. The Secretary-General's Special Advisor on Libya, Stephanie Williams, is leading UN efforts in Tripoli.
There's quite a bit of news out of Libya that is being reported. Stephanie Williams is on the ground. She's currently engaging with all key interlocutors to get a clearer picture of what has been agreed. We've seen the press reports on the assassination, but we've not gotten any confirmation.
The Government of National Unity was meant to lead the country to elections as part of a reconfiguration of the political landscape, but with the Eastern Parliament naming its own Prime Minister in former Interior Minister Fathi Bashagha, Libya's political future hangs in the balance.
How are we navigating it? Very carefully and very closely. And that's what Stephanie Williams is. She's physically in Tripoli. She's meeting a number of key people in an effort to navigate this. But let's be clear. I mean, the UN is not a proconsul or an overall authority in Libya. We are here and there to help the Libyan people. And as we stated yesterday, I think it's very important for all Libyan leaders and stakeholders to keep in mind the Libyan people.
The Secretary-General's latest report to the Security Council notes the 2.8 million Libyans who've registered to vote, calling on the country's stakeholders to commit themselves to unequivocally focus on holding free, fair and inclusive elections as soon as possible, as stipulated by the Libyan Political Dialogue Forum roadmap. That was later endorsed by the Council.
But ultimately, the Libyan leaders are going to have to come together to agree or re-agree on a path forward.
Libya has seen little peace since the NATO-led ouster of Muammar Gaddafi just over a decade ago, which split the country between warring eastern and western factions, after renegade commander Khalifa Haftar's Libyan National Army waged a 14-month offensive against the government in Tripoli. A 2020 ceasefire has largely held, with the United Nations believing elections offer the best chance for peace in the country. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.